My dear children, come close and rest in my presence. Imagine the stillness of a quiet chapel at dawn, when the world is hushed and the first light of the sun streams through stained glass, painting the floor with radiant colors. Hear the gentle chime of a distant church bell, its echo rolling softly across the morning air. Feel the glow of altar candles, their steady flame reaching upward as a silent prayer. In this holy quiet, I am near. I am whispering peace into your soul. I am calling you to lay aside your burdens and lean into my embrace, for I am here with you, not far away, but close, holding your heart in the palm of my hand. Stay with me now, my dear children. Do not rush away. Let the stillness of this moment settle into your spirit like oil upon troubled waters. For the storms of this world may rise and the waves may crash, but here in my presence you are safe. Here you are home. I have drawn you here for a reason, my dear children. You have carried disappointments that weigh heavily upon you. People have failed you. Promises have been broken. Circumstances have left you weary and uncertain. But I tell you this day, I am not like the world. I do not fail. I do not forget. I do not abandon those I love. This message is my gift to you, a gentle reminder that the hope I give is not fragile. It does not crack beneath pressure. It does not shatter when storms arise. The hope I place in your heart is anchored in my own faithfulness. It is the hope of Romans 5:5, which says, "Hope does not disappoint, because the love of God has been poured out in your hearts by the Holy Spirit who was given to you." This is not just a verse for you to hear. It is my eternal promise spoken directly into your life. So stay with me now, through these moments together. Let my words wash over you like living water flowing through a dry desert. Let them heal, strengthen, and lift you. I am your Father, and I will never let you go. My dear children, I see every place where your heart has been broken by disappointment. I see the friendships that failed, the doors that closed, the dreams that seemed to slip away before they were fulfilled. I know how deep the ache can be when trust is betrayed, when prayers seem unanswered, when time moves forward but the wounds remain. Yet I say to you, I am the God who heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Nothing escapes my sight, and nothing is beyond my power to restore. Think of the waves that pound against a shoreline. They crash with great force, but the rock remains unmoved. In the same way, my hope is an anchor for your soul. No matter how fierce the waters may be, my anchor holds steady. My faithfulness is the chain that secures it, and my love is the weight that keeps you grounded. Though storms may swirl around you, you will not drift away, because I am holding you. My dear children, when people disappoint you, remember that I never will. When life turns a direction you did not expect, remember that I hold the map and I know the way. When you feel empty, I am the fullness that cannot run dry. I have said in my word that I will never leave you nor forsake you. That is not a wish or a hopeful thought. That is my unbreakable covenant with you. Pause with me now and picture a vast ocean. The waters rise high and the winds roar, but in the center of it all stands a great ship anchored deep. No matter how the waves strike, it does not drift away, because its anchor reaches into a place the storm cannot touch. So it is with you, my dear children. Your anchor of hope rests in me, and the storm cannot uproot it. I have poured my Spirit into your hearts to remind you of this very truth. When you feel weak, the Spirit strengthens you. When you forget, the Spirit reminds you. When you are tempted to despair, the Spirit whispers life. You are never left alone, for the Comforter dwells within you. My hope is alive in you because I myself am alive in you. And hear me well, my dear children. Hope in me is not a vague wish. It is not the uncertain hope of the world. It is not the fragile hope that says maybe things will work out. No, the hope I give is certain, steadfast, sure. It is built upon my unchanging nature. It is grounded in the finished work of my Son on the cross. It is sealed by the resurrection that conquered death. And it is guaranteed by my Spirit living in you. Lift your eyes to me, my dear children. Do not fix your gaze on what disappoints, but on what I have promised. Do not measure my faithfulness by the failures of people. Measure it by the cross, where my love was poured out without limit. Measure it by the empty tomb, where hope itself rose to life everlasting. Hear these words as I whisper them into your heart. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. These are not distant words. They are my promise for you today. When disappointment tempts you to close your heart, open it again to me. When fear whispers that nothing will change, listen instead to my voice declaring that I am making all things new. When sorrow tries to weigh you down, remember that joy comes in the morning, and the morning light always breaks through. I am not finished with you, my dear children. What I have begun in you, I will carry to completion. The hope I have planted will bear fruit in due season. Even now, though you may not see the growth, the roots are reaching deep. My promises are working beneath the surface, preparing to spring forth in beauty and life. So hold on to me. Hold on when the night is long. Hold on when the world is unsteady. Hold on when everything in you wants to let go. I am your anchor, and I will hold you steady until the storm has passed. My dear children, I know the ache of your soul when you face the silence of unanswered prayers. You wonder if I have heard you, if I have seen the tears that fall upon your pillow at night. But I assure you, every tear is counted, every sigh is known, every whispered prayer is gathered in my presence. Not one moment of your pain escapes my notice, though the answer may not come when you expect, and though the outcome may not unfold as you desire. I am weaving all things together for your good. You see the single thread. I see the tapestry. You feel the weight of the moment. I hold eternity in my hands. When your hope is anchored in me, it is never wasted. Others may let you down, but my promises stand unshaken. Listen to the rhythm of creation itself. The sun rises faithfully each morning, the moon takes its place each night, the seas know their boundaries, and the stars remain fixed in the heavens. If all creation obeys the order I have set, will not my promises to you also stand firm? As I have said in my word, the grass withers, the flowers fall, but my word endures forever. Let this truth steady you when doubts begin to rise. My dear children, picture again the stormy sea. Dark clouds swirl and lightning flashes across the horizon. The waves lift high, threatening to swallow everything in their path. Yet, beneath the surface, hidden from sight, lies the anchor. It grips the seabed, immovable, unyielding. The vessel above may rock and sway, but it does not drift into ruin. So it is with you. Your heart may tremble, your emotions may surge, but the anchor of my hope holds fast. You are tethered to me, and I will not let you go. Consider also the seasons of your life. There are times of planting, when the soil is broken and seeds are buried deep. There are times of waiting, when nothing seems to grow and the earth looks barren. Yet beneath that soil, hidden from your eyes, the seed is taking root. Then comes the time of harvest, when new life bursts forth in abundance. My dear children, your hope is like that seed. It may seem hidden, silent, forgotten, but it is alive. In due season it will break forth, because my faithfulness cannot fail. I remind you again of my word in Romans 5:5. Hope does not disappoint, because the love of God has been poured out in your hearts by the Holy Spirit. Do you see, my dear children? The reason your hope will never fail is not because of your strength, not because of your will, not because of your ability to hold on, but because my love has already been poured into you. You are filled with my Spirit, and my Spirit is the guarantee of all I have promised. When despair tries to creep in, remember this. The cross was the place where the world saw defeat, but I turned it into victory. The tomb was sealed in hopeless silence, but I filled it with resurrection power. In the same way, what looks like disappointment in your life can become the doorway to my greatest works. What feels like loss can make room for greater gain. What seems like the end can unfold into a new beginning. My dear children, take courage. Lift your eyes to the horizon where light breaks through the clouds. The storm may rage, but the dawn is already rising. You are not abandoned to the winds of chance. You are held by the hand of your Father, who guides the waves and calms the seas. Even when you walk through the valley of shadows, my rod and my staff will comfort you. Even when you feel surrounded, my presence is your shield. Even when you are weary, I carry you close to my heart. Let hope grow in you like a fire that cannot be quenched. Let it warm you when the world grows cold. Let it guide you like a lamp in the darkness. Let it give you strength to take the next step, even when the path ahead seems hidden. I have gone before you, my dear children, and I will lead you safely home. Do not measure hope by what you can see today. Measure it by the eternal truth of who I am. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I do not change like shifting shadows. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. If I have been faithful before, will I not be faithful again? If I have carried you through past storms, will I not carry you through this one? My record with you is perfect. I have never failed you, and I never will. My dear children, let me speak peace over you now. Breathe deeply and feel the weight of your worries lift. Let the crashing waves in your mind grow quiet as my spirit whispers stillness. Let the shadows that haunt you dissolve in the light of my presence, for I am with you, and where I am, hope is alive. Anchor yourself in me, not in the fleeting promises of people. Anchor yourself in my word, not in the shifting sands of circumstance. Anchor yourself in the cross, not in the fragile hopes of this world. When you do, you will find a hope that does not disappoint, a hope that holds you steady, a hope that carries you through every storm into the calm of my eternal peace. And remember, my dear children, This hope is not only for today, it is for all your tomorrows. It is for the life to come, where every tear will be wiped away, where death will be no more, where sorrow and pain will pass away forever. Until that day, I am your anchor. Until that day, I am your steady rock. Until that day, my love will never fail you. So rise in hope, my dear children. Walk forward with courage. Let your heart be lifted, for I am your God, and I am with you. This hope I have given you is eternal, unbreakable, and sure. It will never disappoint you, for it is rooted in me. My dear children, there are times when you feel the weight of disappointment pressing upon your chest like a heavy stone. You breathe, but it feels shallow. You pray, but the words seem to fall into silence. You wait, but the answer feels delayed. In those moments, I want you to know that I am closer than your own heartbeat. I lean near to your cries, and I gather you in my arms, even when you do not sense my embrace. You are not alone in the waiting. You are not abandoned in the silence. I am the God who waits with you, who carries you, who whispers hope into the depths of your soul. Think of the disciples after my son was laid in the tomb. The world seemed shattered. Every dream looked broken. Hope appeared lost. Yet what they could not see in that silent, heavy day was the victory being prepared beneath the surface. Resurrection was on the horizon. Light was about to pierce the darkness. My dear children, what feels like the end for you may only be the middle of my story. You see the grave, I see the garden. You see despair, I see deliverance. You see delay, I see divine timing that will reveal my glory in ways you could never imagine. Do not let disappointment define your story. Let my promises define it instead. For I have said, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. These words are not distant echoes. They are present truth spoken over your life this very moment. When you feel weak, I am your strength. When you cannot see the path, I am your light. When you are weary, I am the one who lifts you to soar again. My dear children, hope is not a fragile candle that the winds of life can blow out. It is a flame I myself have kindled in you, a flame that the storms cannot extinguish. Even when all else seems uncertain, that light will continue to burn because it is fed by my Spirit. And the Spirit within you is greater than the world around you. Imagine yourself standing upon a cliff overlooking the sea. The waves roar below, the wind whips through your hair, the sky grows dark with storm clouds. Yet as you look to your side, you see a rope tied securely around your waist, its other end fastened to a mighty rock that cannot be moved. That rope is my faithfulness. That rock is my nature. You may tremble, but you will not fall, for I am your sure foundation. The world will try to lure you into anchoring your hope in people, possessions, or circumstances. But my dear children, those anchors cannot hold. People may change, possessions may vanish, circumstances may shift. Only I remain the same, unshaken, unmovable. Anchor yourself in me, and you will stand secure, no matter how fierce the winds become. Remember this: I do not disappoint, because my love has no shadow, no turning, no imperfection. My love is poured into you in full measure, overflowing, unending. When disappointment from others tempts you to close your heart, let my love open it again. When you are tempted to guard yourself with walls of fear, let my Spirit be your shield of hope instead. My perfect love casts out fear, and my hope drives away despair. My dear children, I see you when you wake in the night with worries running through your mind. I see you when you wonder if tomorrow will hold the same pain as today. I see you when your dreams feel too heavy to carry. But I remind you again, I am the God who holds tomorrow. I am already in the place you fear. I am already preparing the path you will walk, and I have already stored up mercies for you that are new every morning. Let hope steady your heart like the rhythm of waves against the shore. Let it become the song that lulls you into rest. Let it rise within you like sunlight breaking through clouds after a storm. Hope in me is not wishful thinking. It is the assurance that I am who I say I am, and I will do what I have promised to do. When you feel tempted to give up, remember the cross. When all seemed lost, love was winning. When you feel surrounded by despair, remember the empty tomb. Death could not hold my son, and despair cannot hold you. When you feel weak, remember Pentecost, when my Spirit came with power to fill the hearts of my people. That same Spirit lives in you now, strengthening you, guiding you, empowering you with unshakable hope. My dear children, I am shaping you through the very disappointments you wish I would take away. I am forming endurance in you, and through endurance I am building character. And from that character, I am producing hope that does not disappoint. This is not punishment. This is preparation. I am making you stronger, deeper, more rooted, so that you will stand firm in every season of life. So lift your eyes. Do not fix them on the crashing waves, but on the steady anchor. Do not fix them on the storm, but on the one who calms it. Do not fix them on the shadows, but on the light that breaks through. For I am your Father, and I will not let your hope be put to shame. My dear children, receive this truth as your own. You are not defined by your disappointments. You are defined by my love. You are not chained to your past. You are anchored in my promises. You are not at the mercy of the storm. You are held by the one who speaks peace to the seas. And this hope I give you will never disappoint, because it is sealed in eternity by my own hand. My dear children, when you look back over your life, you will see moments where you thought the darkness would overwhelm you, yet I carried you through. You will remember seasons when you believed the burden was too heavy to bear, yet I gave you strength to rise again. You will recall times when you could not see a way forward, yet I opened a door no one could shut. All along the way, my hope has been at work in you, even when you did not recognize it. Do not despise the times of waiting, for they are fertile ground for hope to take root. In the soil of patience, hope grows deep and strong. In the stillness of trust, hope becomes unshakable. In the quiet of surrender, hope takes its truest form. My dear children, while you wait, I am not idle. I am shaping you. I am preparing you. I am aligning the pieces of your life for my glory and your good. Think of Abraham, who waited for the promise though years turned into decades. To human eyes, hope would have seemed foolish, yet he held on, and I fulfilled my word. Think of Joseph, who endured betrayal, slavery, and prison, yet hope carried him to a place of honor and purpose. Think of David, anointed yet hunted, waiting for years before the crown rested on his head. Each one anchored their hope in me, and each one saw my faithfulness unfold. So too will you, my dear children. Do not measure the strength of your hope by how you feel. Feelings rise and fall like the tide, but hope is anchored in truth, not emotion. When your feelings shout despair, my word whispers life. When your emotions tell you to give up, my promises declare that I am working all things together for good. Rest your hope not in what you see or feel, but in who I am. Picture a tree planted by a river. Its roots stretch deep into the soil, drinking constantly from the flowing water. Even in seasons of drought, its leaves remain green, and its fruit comes in due season. So it is with you, my dear children, when you anchor yourself in me. You are like that tree nourished by living water. Your hope does not wither in hardship, because it is not fed by the world, but by my Spirit within you. I know the world around you speaks often of disappointment. Promises are broken. Trust is betrayed. Systems fail. Leaders fall. Dreams dissolve. It is easy to become weary and cynical, to expect disappointment as if it were inevitable. But I call you to lift your eyes above the noise. My hope is not like the hope of the world. It is not fragile. It is not temporary. It is eternal, secured by my unchanging love. My dear children, hope in me will not disappoint you, because it is rooted in the one who cannot fail. Let my Spirit remind you of this truth when doubts creep in. When the enemy whispers lies that you are forgotten, my Spirit declares that you are chosen and loved. When fear tells you that the future is uncertain, my Spirit assures you that I hold tomorrow in my hands. When disappointment tempts you to give up, my Spirit breathes courage into your heart and strength into your steps. My dear children, do not confuse delay with denial. Just because the answer is not here yet does not mean I have turned away. Every promise I have spoken will come to pass in its perfect time. My timing may not align with yours, but it is always good. Trust me in the in-between. Trust me when the waiting feels endless. Trust me when you cannot see the outcome. For even then, hope is alive, because I am alive in you. I long for you to know the peace of resting in me, even in uncertainty. Let go of the need to control every outcome. Place the pieces of your life into my hands and watch how I arrange them with wisdom beyond your understanding. The puzzle that confuses you is clear to me. The knots that frustrate you are untangled by my hand. The story that seems unfinished is already written in my book. My dear children, do not let disappointment become your identity. You are not defined by failed relationships, lost opportunities, or unmet expectations. You are defined by my love, which never fails. You are called by name, known fully, cherished deeply. I see beauty in you that you cannot yet see. I see purpose in you that you have not yet discovered. I see hope in you that will one day shine like the morning sun after a long night. When the enemy tries to remind you of every place you have been disappointed, remind him of my cross. At the cross, what looked like the greatest disappointment became the greatest triumph. When all seemed lost, salvation was won. When the world mocked and said hope had died, I declared that hope had risen. That same power is at work in your life today. What feels like an end may simply be the beginning of my greater plan. My dear children, rest in this. Hope is not a weak wish. It is not a thin thread. It is a mighty anchor secured in the bedrock of my character. It does not depend on circumstances. It does not depend on other people. It depends only on me, and I do not fail. Let your heart be steady in this truth. Let your spirit rise in confidence. Let your soul be lifted in joy. For the hope I give you is alive, strong, and eternal. So walk forward in courage. Lift your head in trust. Open your heart once more. For though disappointment may touch you, it will never define you. Though storms may shake you, they will never uproot you. Though people may fail you, I will never forsake you. My hope will never disappoint, because it is anchored in my unchanging love, and that love is yours forever. My dear children, there are days when your heart feels heavy, when even the smallest task seems like a mountain to climb. You wonder if strength will come, if joy will return, if peace will ever settle into your soul again. In those moments, I want you to lift your eyes and remember that I am the God who renews your strength. I am the one who takes weary feet and gives them power to run, who takes trembling hands and makes them steady, who takes burdened hearts and fills them with courage once more. You may feel like a candle flickering in the wind, fragile and ready to go out, but I am the shield around you, the one who cups his hands to protect your flame. I do not let the wind snuff you out, my dear children. I breathe my spirit upon you, and what was flickering grows into a steady fire again. Your light will not die, because I am the one who sustains it. Think of the shepherd who tends his flock on a hillside. The sheep wander, sometimes stumbling, sometimes growing weary, sometimes fearful of the shadows. Yet the shepherd walks with them, guiding, protecting, and leading them to quiet waters. So it is with you. I am your shepherd, and I know each step of your journey. I walk with you through the valley, and I lead you toward green pastures of rest. Disappointment may try to scatter you, but I gather you close. I am your safety, your guide, your hope. My dear children, you often measure life by what you can see with your eyes. You measure by the balance in your account, the success of your plans, the stability of relationships, the outcomes of circumstances. Yet I call you to see deeper. Faith opens your eyes beyond the surface. Hope anchors you beyond what is visible. For the things you see are temporary, but the things unseen are eternal. Trust that what you cannot yet see is more real, more lasting, and more certain than what is in front of you now. When you feel disappointment pressing in, come to me with your heart wide open. Pour out your grief. Do not hide your sorrow. I am not repelled by your tears, nor am I offended by your questions. I am your Father, and I welcome your honesty. In your pouring out, I pour back in. In your emptiness, I fill you. In your weakness, I am strong for you. You do not need to pretend before me, my dear children. You are safe to be fully known, fully seen, and fully loved. Let me remind you of the truth spoken through the prophet Isaiah. Those who hope in me will never be put to shame. This is my promise to you. Others may mock you for holding on to faith. Others may dismiss your trust in me as weakness. But I assure you, those who anchor themselves in me will never be disappointed in the end. Every word I have spoken will stand. Every promise I have made will be fulfilled. Every step you take in faith will find firm ground beneath it. My dear children, I see the way you compare yourself to others, how you wonder why their lives appear easier, why their blessings seem greater, why their paths look smoother. You ask if you have been forgotten, if perhaps my hand of favor has passed you by. But I say to you, my plans are unique for each child. The road I lead you on may not look like another's, but it is crafted perfectly for you. I do not measure your worth by worldly success. I measure by love, by faith, by the hope that shines within you. Lift your eyes away from comparison and back to me. For when you gaze at others, disappointment takes root. When you fix your eyes on me, hope flourishes. My dear children, trust that I have not overlooked you. Trust that your life is precious to me, and that I am weaving something eternal through your story. Consider a pearl hidden within its shell at the bottom of the sea. It is not seen, not admired, not celebrated by the world. Yet it is being formed with beauty and worth beyond measure. In the same way, I am forming something precious in you, even in hidden seasons. You may not see it yet, but in time, the beauty of my work will shine. Do not lose heart, my dear children. The journey may be long, but you do not walk it alone. I am your companion every step of the way. I walk beside you when the path is smooth, and I carry you when the road is rough. I steady you when your knees grow weak. I lift you when you stumble. I guide you when you cannot see the way. My presence is your constant, and my hope is your anchor. I tell you again, my hope does not disappoint. It may take you through valleys, but it always leads you to mountaintops. It may call you to trust in silence, but it always ends with songs of joy. It may seem hidden like a seed, but it always blossoms into life abundant. This is who I am, and this is what I give to you. So rest, my dear children. Let the storm rage outside, but let peace reign within. You are secure in my hands. You are held by my love. You are anchored in my faithfulness. Disappointment cannot uproot you, because your roots go deep into me. Lift your head, breathe deeply, and let hope rise again. For I am your God, and I will never fail you. My dear children, as this time draws to a close, linger a little longer with me. Do not rush away from the quiet of my presence. Let my words settle into the deepest places of your heart, like rain soaking into dry ground. I have spoken hope to you, and I want that hope to remain as a living flame within you, unshaken and unwavering. The world around you will continue to shift. Seasons will change, storms will come and go. Yet my presence with you is constant, steady, faithful. I am your refuge, your fortress, your anchor. In me you are secure. When disappointment presses close, remember the promise of my word. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is his faithfulness. Let this truth be the pillow beneath your head when you rest, and the banner over your heart when you rise. My dear children, you are precious to me beyond measure. You are the treasure I guard, the flock I shepherd, the children I delight in. You may feel ordinary to the world, but to me you are extraordinary, because you carry my spirit within you. I see in you what you cannot yet see in yourself. I see resilience where you feel weakness. I see beauty where you feel brokenness. I see purpose where you feel confusion. And I see hope alive in you, shining even when you believe it is faint. Do not fear the road ahead, for I walk it with you. Just as light breaks through clouds after a storm, so my promises will break through the heaviness in your life. Just as rivers of living water flow through the desert to bring life, so my spirit flows within you to revive your soul. Just as a father gathers his children into his embrace, so I draw you near to me, holding you close to my heart where you are safe, where you are known, where you are loved without end. My dear children, let my blessing rest upon you like the gentle glow of evening light. Let it cover you like a warm blanket on a cold night. Let it refresh you like morning dew upon the grass. I am speaking peace over you now, peace that the world cannot give, and peace that the world cannot take away. Let this peace guard your heart and mind in Christ Jesus, and let it carry you into every tomorrow with courage. When the path grows uncertain, remember this: I am the lamp to your feet and the light to your path. When you feel lost, I am your compass. When you feel weary, I am your strength. When you feel alone, I am your constant companion. You do not walk in shadows without light, for my presence surrounds you like the dawn breaking over the horizon. My dear children, let my encouragement be the song of your soul. You are not defined by failure. You are not bound by disappointment. You are not forgotten in the crowd. You are my beloved, chosen, and cherished. The hope I have given you will not disappoint, for it is anchored in my everlasting love. Let this hope be like the roots of a mighty tree, deep and unshaken, even when the winds of life blow strong. Picture the calm after a storm, when the clouds scatter and sunlight warms the earth once more. That is what I am bringing into your life, seasons of renewal, restoration, and joy. Trust that the storm does not last forever. Trust that the night always gives way to the morning. Trust that my hand is upon you, guiding you gently, faithfully, lovingly. Hear again my promise, spoken for you. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. My dear children, you will not walk in weakness forever. You will rise again. You will soar. You will taste joy. You will see my goodness in the land of the living. This is not the end of your story. It is only the beginning of what I am yet to do. So breathe deeply now, and let my spirit fill you. Release your worries into my hands. Lay down your burdens at my feet. Receive the gift of my peace, and let it flow like a river through your soul. Be still, and know that I am God. Be still, and know that I am near. Be still, and know that I love you with an everlasting love. My dear children, I bless your coming and your going. I bless your rising and your resting. I bless the work of your hands and the thoughts of your heart. I bless your family, your friendships, your future. May my favor surround you like a shield. May my joy be your strength. May my grace sustain you in every trial. And may my hope be the anchor that holds you firm through every storm. Carry this message with you into your day. Carry it when the world grows loud. Carry it when your heart feels weary. Carry it when doubts whisper against your faith. Let my words be a song in your spirit, a light in your darkness, a refuge in your trial. Let them remind you always that my hope does not disappoint, for it is rooted in the love that I have poured into you by my Spirit. My dear children, I delight when you share what I have given you. Just as a lamp is not meant to be hidden but placed on a stand to give light to all, so my words in your heart are meant to shine. If this message has blessed you, let it also bless others. Share it, so that those you love may also be lifted by my hope. Leave your thoughts and your testimonies, for they may become streams of encouragement to others who are thirsty for living water. And if you wish to walk this journey with me day after day, remain connected here, so that my words may continue to refresh and guide you, not out of duty, but out of love. Let my message flow outward, for you are my witnesses in this world, bearers of light, carriers of hope. As you lift your voice, you magnify mine. As you share, you extend my embrace. As you remain connected, you open your heart to hear my voice again and again. So go now, my dear children, with peace in your heart, hope in your spirit, and joy upon your lips. Walk in the blessing of my presence. Rest in the security of my promises. Shine with the light of my love. For you are never alone, and you are forever mine.